These two brothers faced after a terrifying attack. A domestic abuser targeted their mom, but the children were caught in the middle. So often the conversation around domestic violence is about adult victims. But our team found a growing problem of children becoming the hidden victims of domestic violence. CBS News Chicago's Marissa Perlman is always investigating.
Happy birthday to you.
Imagine
Happy birthday.
having to share your birthday with someone else. But what if that someone was your hero, your big brother? The brother who taught you how to spell your name and took you trick-or-treating. For little Cameron, with Jaden, it was the ultimate brotherly bond, born 6 years apart, but on the very same day. But that bond would be shattered by domestic violence.
He just wants to know, why is his brother not here anymore?
At 5 and 11 years old, Cameron and Jaden would become part of a growing pattern of children traumatized, hurt, and killed by domestic abusers. For these brothers and mom, Lateria Smith, that danger came charging right through their front door.
We got up that morning, we was just regular day, a regular normal day for us, not thinking that danger was waiting on the other side of that door.
There was Lateria's longtime ex, Chrisetti Brand, a man she first dated when she was just 15 until she felt threatened and got a protection order. Years later, they would reconnect.
I thought he was this changed person after so many years.
An 11-year-old boy is dead, his pregnant mother fighting for her life after they were attacked in their Edgewater home.
CBS 2 is always investigating, learning the prime suspect.
As I opened the door, I was pushed right back in and grabbed from the neck, like in a chokehold.
Brand came through the door, also armed with a knife.
I didn't know that I was being stabbed because my adrenaline was going, and I'm just so worried about my kids and getting my kids out of there.
At just 11 years old, Jaden fought to get Brand off his mom.
I was just screaming, begging Jaden, get your brother, get out of here, get out of here. He stabbed my son. I said, Jaden, please get up. He didn't move, anything. It just looked like my baby was sleeping right there on the floor.
Jaden was killed, trying to protect her.
He always told me that you're the best mom. He would always tell me how much he loved me and how great I'm doing as a mom.
Lateria also heartbroken that 5-year-old Cameron saw all of it.
And I heard him say, Mommy and Jaden are dead. He saw everything.
What happened to these boys was preventable. Lateria had already tried getting an order of protection just weeks before. Telling a judge, Brand sent me several text messages saying he would kill me and my family. And he showed up at her home, again, just weeks before the fatal attack.
The threats and everything that he's made to me. I was scared.
But the judge denied her an emergency protection order, saying it wasn't an emergency because Brand got locked up on a parole violation, but keeping him behind bars was only temporary.
I felt really helpless when he denied it. And at that point, I was scared because I'm like, this is a life or death situation, and I'm pleading, begging for help, and you deny it?
Soon after Jaden's murder last year, our investigation found the judge, Department of Corrections, and Prisoner Review Board all either failed to communicate or investigate Brand's threats to Lateria before releasing him. What also failed, he was supposed to be on electronic monitoring, but wasn't when he showed up at Lateria's home one day after his release.
I felt like I took the necessary steps to be protected, me and my family to be protected, but we weren't.
The terror this family lived is part of a growing epidemic, something our CBS News data team uncovered after analyzing 15 years of Chicago police data, detailing every time children were at scenes of domestic crimes. Our team found a skyrocketing increase in the danger children face from more than 4,600 kids present at domestic crimes in 2009 to this, a tripling to more than 13,000 kids in 2024.
It's definitely shocking and not so shocking, because I do know that over 90% of individuals seeking help for domestic violence, they have children.
Shar Rivette sees this type of trauma every day at the Chicago Children's Advocacy Center.
You know, it's really hard for these children exposed to violence like that to truly believe they're going to be okay in the long run.
And the number of children suffering from this, we found, grew during the pandemic by 35% in just the first year alone, and has continued to grow every year since. We also looked deeper into what these children were exposed to. 15% of the time, they were violent crimes. Take a look at how many strangulations, shootings, and stabbings, just like Cameron.
Yeah.
Shar says the pandemic created a perfect storm for exposing kids to domestic crimes.
No breaks, no spaces for relief of tension, coupled with access to children that are there all the time.
We also found this. The majority of domestic cases were categorized as less violent, even though 77% of kids in these cases were exposed to assaults and batteries. And as these cases grow, more families are finding it hard to get critical help.
The system is definitely broken in Chicago, in Illinois. There's not one place right now where a survivor of domestic violence can go and just seek all the help that they can possibly get.
Maybe Jaden would be here right now had they stopped Brand when Lateria first tried getting help. He'd still be taking the stage. Dancing was Jaden's greatest passion. His mom and baby brother always cheering him on.
What does Cameron talk about that day, if anything?
He don't talk about that day at all. All he talks about is his brother, him missing his brother.
There is still one more child who will be deeply impacted by this. At the time of the attack, Lateria was pregnant. Her baby girl Jada survived, named after the big brother she will never fully know.
You said that Jaden was so excited to have a little sister.
He was so excited, yes. I said when she gets older, I would definitely let her know about her brother and how he was a hero.
Do you think Jaden's legacy will be one of big change?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna be my son's voice. I'm gonna use my voice. And let other people know to never give up.
After we revealed how the system failed Lateria, 2 members of the Prisoner Review Board resigned. Lateria says so much more needs to be fixed. She's suing the state. Brand was convicted last month on murder and other charges. On CBSNewsChicago.com, you can see what else we found impacting thousands of children every year. And we have resources there to help anyone struggling with domestic violence. I'm Marissa Perlman, CBS News Chicago.